Hello and welcome to my meditation. My name is Debra Baker and I'm so glad that you've joined us for this little while. And if this happens to be your first time tuning in, I invite you to subscribe to our channel, our YouTube channel, Healing Debra, and relax and enjoy. Let's get started. Let's begin by settling in, taking 3 nice deep breaths. Take the first one and fill up your lungs, your chest. Hold it for a moment and let go. Right now fill up your chest and your upper back. Just feel your entire rib cage expand. Hold it for a moment as long as you like, and then release it slowly. And now take the deepest breath you've taken all day, filling up your chest, your rib cage, and your belly. Hold it for a moment, and then release it. So we're going to just take a moment to relax our bodies all at once. So I invite you, however you are, if you're sitting or lying down, or in a cross-legged seat to, well, this might not work so well in a cross-legged seat, but otherwise, press your heels and your knees and your legs together. Pull up your pelvic floor, pull in your lower abdomen, imagine pulling in your back. Squeeze everything to your spine. So your belly, your back, your upper chest. Put your hands into gentle fists and bring them to your shoulders. Tuck your chin slightly, pull your shoulders up to your ears, and all at once just press everything to the center line. Take a deep breath and squeeze it all as long as you want. Squeeze, 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 and when you're ready, let it go. And I realize that sometimes I take a longer practice to do that, separating body parts and, relaxing our legs, our abdomen, whatever. But the guides told me that the meditation part is more important. So let's take a couple more breaths and really settle in, prepare ourselves for meditation. And we know that we are one with all that is. And what the guides want me to talk about, and actually last week I channeled my father, and I feel like he's still with me and wanted to, which he is all the time, but with me with regard to these meditations, and wanted me to mention about love and about loving ourselves and recognizing that all love is of the infinite. And sometimes we have a hard time feeling like God loves us. And I would like to suggest, actually, that was the guide's idea, that perhaps we can put a more personal face on love, which is to imagine our infinite selves. So the part of us that we were before we came into these lives, and that we will continue to be when these lives are complete. The part of us that is always one with the infinite, one with God. Some people like to say on the other side. And so imagine like this, the best version of you, one with all that is, loving you. Because for some of us, the biggest challenge is learning to love ourselves, and I'm no exception. I think most of us have been taught not to love ourselves, not to be too grandiose, or the word was conceited when I was a kid, self-absorbed, even to the extent of people calling us narcissists if we take care of ourselves. So let's dismiss all of that and recognize that when we allow our infinite selves to have more of a presence in our human selves, So this part of us that is really our truest selves is seeking always to love us and express in, through, and as us. Because at the core of it is God. The one presence, the one power, divinity, universal life force, whatever your word for it. And so imagine, and for some of us this is hard, imagine the face of God is what looks at you when you look in the mirror. That's a big leap for a lot of us. So recognizing our own divine selves, our own infinite selves, embracing it, and then feeling that love, because our infinite selves never felt anything but love. They are love itself. So, going back to looking in the mirror, and I invite you to try this when the meditation is over. Imagine looking into your eyes in the mirror and seeing infinite, unconditional love just pouring forth. Because I think that we love often through our eyes. We give loving glances. We look at people with love, with soft eyes, with kindness. We smile. So my father, who passed away 14 years ago, wants to remind us that the love is all around us all the time. So let's take a moment and just think about that. Love is all around us. There are spirit guides, guardian angels, loved ones who have passed away, extraterrestrial beings, all loving us, all directing their loving energy to us. So in your next few breaths, I invite you to set the intention to feel that love and let it in. And when you look at yourself in the mirror, look at yourself with loving eyes, with soft eyes. Love is all around us. And the reason why letting go at the end of our lives, letting go of the human personality and the human body and the human existence, the reason why it's easy is because we go to an energy field of love and light, and it's our own love and light that is drawn to that. So you are love itself, whether you realize it or not. You are love. You can never be separated from love because you are love. And you are a whole lot of other things, but the most important of these is love, because nothing transforms situations, lives, people like love does. I invite you to think of some of the most loving people you know, some of the kindest people, most accepting, open-minded people. The people whose natural inclination is to love first and ask questions later. There's a certain wisdom in our culture that says, ask questions first and love later. But thank goodness not everyone is like that. Thank goodness that we can go into situations as our vulnerable selves and feel love, feel acceptance. And it's such a contradiction that when we go in with our soft underbelly revealed, usually we draw kindness and love and acceptance from people. But when we go in with our shields up, everybody else puts their shields up too. There's an idea of emotional safety, which means that I accept what you're feeling and I validate it, whether or not it seems rational or reasonable or I like it. I accept it and I create a safe emotional place for you to be yourself and feel whatever you are feeling. And I think that comes from our infinite selves. Our infinite selves love and accept us exactly as we are. They don't sit in judgment. That's a human critic. That's not an infinite spiritual being. Infinite spiritual beings are pure love, pure acceptance. Celebrating your uniqueness, your individuality, celebrating whoever it is that you came here to be, not telling you to be something other than who you are and what you are. And if you seem to be different from them, from someone else, it is such a gift that they accept you as you are. People are so interesting. And when we allow ourselves to get to know someone who is different from us, it's such a sweet, sweet gift, such a treasure. So I invite you this week to say hello to someone that you normally wouldn't say hello to. Or at least smile and make eye contact. And allow the love that is you to express out your eyes. So many of us have been taught not to trust, not to even look, not to make eye contact. So if you find it difficult to get someone to make eye contact with you, I invite you to send more love their way. And at the same time, let's tune in to the infinite love that is all around us and that is inside of us. So many of us don't know how to love ourselves. Especially if we had parents who were very conditional in their love. I'll love you if you do what I want you to do. If you're a good girl. Good boy, if you get good grades, if you don't make trouble. And the most blessed and holy of parents are those who love their children no matter how they are. I was straight A students, kids who barely get by, kids who talk all the time, kids who don't talk at all, the whole gamut. Each is precious in its own special and unique way, as are you. So imagine your guardian angels around you, cherishing the unique expression of the divine that you are right now. You don't owe anybody any explanations for who you are. You came here to express your own uniqueness. And the challenge is to figure out what our souls came here to experience, or to just allow it to flow in, through, and as us, and to love ourselves in our differences. To love ourselves exactly as we are. Instead of trying to figure out how to fit in, or trying to figure out how to maneuver situations to fit us, maybe we just find where we fit in. We find the friends who support us and love us exactly as they are, and know that there's nothing wrong with us. We are different. We're different from everyone. Even if we find people who share similar ideas and ideals, we're still different. And your infinite soul loves your differences, loves and cherishes you exactly as you are. Let that settle in for a moment. Unconditional love and acceptance. Another way of saying that is, you are whole and perfect exactly as you are, which is true, is real. So thank you so much for being part of this meditation and for supporting me in my endeavors. And I send you unconditional love and acceptance, and remind you to look in the mirror to find that. In the one presence and the one power moving in, through, and as me, honors and recognizes the one presence and one power moving in, through, and as you. Namaste. Have a wonderful week.